Previously, in the anime, Princess Iris came to meet Kazuma and his party to hear about their adventure story of how Kazuma and his party defeated the demon general, but there they learned Kazuma is of the weakest in his class, so Iris and his escort started doubting him because weaklings such as him can't defeat a hero Mitsurugi, so Kazuma proved his power by revealing his ultimate technique, steal, and stole the underwear of Claire, so that covers for his proof of his powers, so Iris and Claire apologized to Kazuma for doubting him, but when Iris was about to set off to go home, she dragged Kazuma into the teleportation circle as well to hear more about his adventure story, and brought him to the royal castle. So Kazuma was staying as a guest in royal castle and he was telling Iris about how he had seen Darkness in her towel for some reason, but he was sure Darkness was about to say something that time. Iris wants to hear more but Claire jumped in at Kazuma because of this stupid perverted story, yet Iris was into hearing more. But Claire stopped Kazuma formally and told him not to tell this kind of story. There Iris apologized because she wished to know more, so Kazuma saw the situation and replaced his story with a bet he won against Darkness and made her did something crazy. Iris was all down to listen, but Claire, not so much, yet she lost to stop them this time. So what happened exactly was that, Kazuma was brought here suddenly, so he thinks it's clearly kidnapping. But Rain tells him that they welcomed him as a guest, so it can't be a kidnapping, but Princess Iris, who's always obedient, acted like this for the first time. So Rain asked Kazuma to entertain her for a bit because she rarely makes a demand for herself, seeing that Iris says she just want a few days to listen to adventuring stories. That was a cute request from a loli, so Kazuma accepted it, and that's how things ended up here. She was taking interest in many things such as the school festival and all. So Kazuma told her to open a school if she likes it, but the Devil King's army tried to invade the capital there, and the situation got clear why Iris couldn't ask for her own wishes. After that, the demon invaders were subdued. There Iris tells Kazuma he could go back now given the situation capital's in. That's true, it's not like Kazuma is an overpowered hero, and besides, those goofballs should be worried about him. So he chose to return back. But there Iris wished to listen more about his adventuring stories, and Kazuma promised to tell her the next time they met. Kazuma being this sweet reminds her of her own older brother, so she wanted Kazuma to stay for a bit longer, but Iris knew she couldn't make selfish requests, so Kazuma got his bulbs out because Iris compared him to her elder brother. His fetish kicked in at this moment and told Iris to call him brother. Iris did it in her princess way, and he changed his mind. So the next morning starts with his idiotic cycle that kicks in every now and then. He orders a coffee and lets the maid prepare his bed sheets. There Iris came to call him, but in that happiness he forgot that maid just left, so Iris got so embarrassed seeing that, and she stopped calling him brother. He tried to justify it was a misunderstanding, but she ran off. She never called him brother again. Yet they became a playmates soon. Kazuma occasionally disturbs her in the middle of her class. And after that, Iris came to play a chess match. Kazuma noticed she was embarrassed to make a request, and understood what Rain said was true. Iris never makes a request in fear of how it would affect others, so Kazuma made up his mind not to lose, so they quickly finished a match or maybe many of them, yet Kazuma never won even a single round. He doesn't want to give up until he wins, which makes Iris step on her toe. Finally, at night, he won somehow, so he gives that bamboo copter to Iris. Happiness could be seen on her face, so Kazuma wanted to go outside to play, but Iris isn't allowed to leave the castle without any escorts, so that was a letdown. Then the next morning, again with daily royal treatment, and he was waiting for the maid to come and replace the sheet, but Kazuma was planning to make her job difficult like other nobles, so he was about to welcome Mary with all the crazy idea, but, bingo, he's screwed. Darkness asked what should be collected, but it's too obvious that he can't complete the sentence. So he asked why'd they show up, and Darkness told him they were worried sick and Megumin didn't even have a good night's sleep, but Kazuma thinks he got a job as an entertainer here. Then Iris came in and heard everything. Darkness says that Kazuma has many people who are worried about him, so he must leave. So Kazuma was hoping Iris would ask him to stay a bit longer, but Iris agreed with Darkness to let Kazuma go. She even prepared a goodbye banquet for Kazuma where freeloaders were munching down on free food while Darkness was surrounded by suitors. There the ugly mug Alderp showed up again because Darkness already has a perfect future partner in his eyes. He's the guy who got into crossfire when Kazuma sent an explosive core to his mansion. Besides, he thinks Prince Jadis, who's fighting the Devil King's army, is perfect for her, and now that Prince came into it, everyone backed off. But Darkness clearly doesn't like being paired up with Prince, so Kazuma speaks up that he got cheated on because they have an affair, and Darkness even called him master in their action. So Darkness stopped Kazuma from speaking further and twisted his arms to stop him, so Kazuma played villain again, but at least Darkness would be out of marriage talks, but more importantly, it was a goodbye party, yet no one knows the main person. There Iris comes and his mood changed in an instant, but inside the hall Aqua was up with her stupid party trick again. But anyways, Iris says she would feel lonely after he leaves because all the ruckus Kazuma made were so much fun. She was so fascinated because Kazuma was the only one who ever talked rude to her and acted like a kid. She was just too cute, and she envies Darkness because she gets to enjoy her time with Kazuma like this every day. And Kazuma knew after he leaves Iris would be a sheltered bird again. There Iris wished to be an adventurer because royals are born with nice magic powers, or maybe she thought she could become a thief, a noble thief that helps poors and targets evil nobles. Because recently there's a thief just like this, steals from rich evil nobles and donates it to poor and orphanage. So that's it, Kazuma got the reason to stay here and ran into the hall, where he announced that he would catch this noble thief. And hearing this, all those corrupt nobles started to support Kazuma, but he was planning to laze around in the castle. And there Claire ordered that Kazuma would stay at the residence of the likely targets and told nobles to cooperate, and the first in line was the ugly mug Aldrep. Way to go, Kazuma got the blessings from the goddess of unluck. And unfortunately, that's where the episode ends. But if you missed previous episodes of Konosuba Season 3, I've created a playlist where you could watch all the previous episodes, playlist link in description. Please watch all of the episodes to understand the storyline. Until then, take care.